All right, today's Thursday, March 19th, 2020. I'm in the process of wet sanding this hood. I started yesterday. I put in about probably 4 hours, maybe 4.5. Started with 1,000 grit, 1,200, and right now this is in 1,500. Took care of a run that I had here. Took care of the runs on the end of the trunk there that had dripped off. That was extremely tedious. All I did was I ran a piece of tape on the edge here, really close to the edge, all the way, and I used, here it is. I used a metal stir stick, wrapped some sandpaper around it. I started with 600. Actually, I did this and ran it this way and knocked all the run down. Did a little bit this way, but that was tedious. But I would say it's about 98% gone. It's not perfect, but it's gone. Did a little bit down there on the bottom. I didn't spend a whole lot of time because that came out really flat and wet because of the way the trunk was hung. Didn't really have any trash, just had texture that 1,200 probably could have eliminated really quick, but 1,000 took care of it really quick. So 1,000 first, 1,200, 1,500. About to hit it with 2,000 today, and then 3,000, and most likely get it buffed this evening. So I just wanted to document this. Tomorrow I'm going to be spraying Raptor liner in the trunk and possibly bolting this back on. So I'll bring y'all back here once I get ready to buff. All right, so we're back. It's about 2 hours later. I spent an hour with the 2,000 and an hour with the 3,000, just to give you an idea. So it's in 3,000. I just waxed and greased it. I'm getting ready to start with the rubbing compound. The rubbing compound I used is, like I said in previous videos, is designed to remove 1,200 grit scratches, which in my opinion are really coarse scratches, and I think you have to use a lot of compound to achieve that. So in theory, the higher grit you go, the less the compound has to work, and the less compound you use, and the less time you have to stay in an area like the edge or a curve trying to remove the scratches. So I always go up to 3,000. I do the entire thing by hand. I've tried using the DA, and I just simply don't like it. It leaves some pigtails sometimes. I don't know, it's probably my fault, my error, but I just don't like the fact that you have this machine with a lot of noise and you're focusing on trying not to burn through on an area right here or here, for example, something like that, or even an area like this that's contoured, when really you could just do it by hand. It might take 5 more minutes and you can do it by hand. So did this whole thing by hand. Like I say, started with 1,000 all the way up to 3,000 over the course of probably 6 hours maybe. Spent about 2 more hours here buffing it, which looks really good. I mean, but I can get it better. If you spend more time with the 1,000 grit, you can get it better. So just gonna go ahead and fire up the DeWalt, start buffing this thing. I'll bring y'all back once it's done. All right, so we're back. I got this thing all buffed out, polished out. It's been about 2 hours. Did the 3-stage with the 3M stuff, like in the previous video. Wool pad, foam pad, foam pad, foam pad. So I started with this thing on 1,000, like I said previously. So the results are in. After looking at it, I probably could have went with 1,000 a little bit more, but the more you go with that, the less clear you have on the panel. So I did cut a little bit right here, a little bit over here, a little over there, and a little right there. But I didn't go in a whole lot of detail all in the areas, because wherever you sand, you got to buff. So the results are in. Like I say, this was 4 coats of clear sprayed vertically. There's virtually no trash. I think there was 2 dirt nibs. Did get a couple runs that I had to work out, and that took the majority of the time when it came to sanding. But I got to give props out to my friend with the red rocket. Let's call him Rocket Man. He's the one that did the body work on this thing. He did a phenomenal job of the body work. So I can't take credit for that. He actually picked this up for me. and body worked it and brought it back. I sealed it and painted it. So he did a really good job, and really happy with it. So the next step is going to be tomorrow I'm going to raptor line the inside of the trunk, mount this thing. My headliner's in, my tack strips are in, and work on that. I'm going to throw the tail light lenses and the moldings on right now. Word of advice is when it comes to the trim and the tail lights, I like to install them when they're on the stand versus when they're on the car. Because if they're on the car and you're trying to put them on and you drop a speed nut or you drop a clip or even your wrench, and it can land on the quarter panel, put a dent or a scratch on your freshly painted quarter panel. So you guys can ask me how I know that, but that's what I'm about to do right now, is slap the taillights on. Got to try and dig out the moldings, but I just wanted to wrap this trunk video up. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Any questions, you feel free to leave a comment and I'll do my best to answer. So that's all for now, and thanks for watching. Alright, today's Friday, March 20th, 2020. Getting ready to raptor liner the inside of this trunk pan. Really didn't do a whole lot to it. I did put my extensions in there, cleaned them up, just rattle can primered them, put them in. I hit that area with a little bit of filler, not too much, rattle can primer, and rinsed the whole thing out, blew it out and rinsed it out, and I think we're ready to roll. It's going to be color matched. I've got the Raptor here. As in previous videos, I got a full quart or whatever it is, 24 ounce, and then about half in this one. In case I run out, I'm probably going to go ahead and mix it in with the hardener that it came with, and it's just going to take a little while longer to dry. But it's pretty warm. It's pretty warm. It's about 85 degrees probably. So I got it all masked off. I don't think it produces a whole lot of overspray, especially in the trunk area, and I backed it up here to the fans. So bring y'all back once this thing is coated. Alright, so here's the finished product with the Raptor liner, tinted Raptor liner. Wrapped this up yesterday. Overall, it came out pretty good. It's pretty uniform. Threw some trunk mats in there just to get an idea of how it would look. These are from my 64, but I like them. They match. So after we finished that up, we went ahead and mounted this trunk lid, deck lid, whatever you want to call it. I thought I had this two-piece V molding, but I don't. So I got it on the way. I got a lock kit. Some interior parts came in. But overall, this trunk, I really like it. Really like the way it's original trunk. I think it's original to this car. It doesn't fit 100% perfect, but it fits pretty much how GM made it. So just a quick little video here. I got my tail lights mounted and got my V badge. But what else we got? My sun visors came in. I got the front and back window gaskets came in. Like I said, I got a lock kit. So this is the interior sun visor. Let me turn the flash off here. Star pattern, pretty close match to the dash. I got the headliner over here, just getting the wrinkles out. I'm gonna be putting this on in the next couple days. I did get a new tack strip come in, so naturally whenever I get ready to do this, I was gonna try and do it today, but it's too chilly outside and won't get the wrinkles out, so hopefully it'll warm up tomorrow. But that's gonna be the color of the headliner, sun visors, some on the door panels I believe. And then the package tray came in also. It's a 59 color, but it's a dark charcoal. It's kind of dark, so I don't know if you can pick it up. But so that's in, so we're making progress. So that's about it for the trunk video. That's body worked, painted, buffed, polished, raptored, and mounted and adjusted. It took about an hour to adjust the trunk. Versus on that silver 62 that I worked on here, the thing just fell in place the first round. So I got my truck and trailer ready for tomorrow. We're going to go get the red rocket. I'm going to be bringing it back, do some work on the setup. We painted the batteries today. Plumbed the pump last night. I'm sure he's going to be doing a video for that on his own channel, but we did hardline this. topos, Parker slowdown, Parker checks, Delta dumps. It's all 1/2 inch. I helped him out. I bent the lines and flared the lines, and you know, he learned quite a bit, so I was glad to do that for him. But that's going to be the back pump. So once this car gets here, going to bleed the brakes and do some odds and ends to get it done. But so that's a wrap for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and stay tuned for more content. Thanks for watching.